That's a tough question. And this is something we, the VDMA Robotics and Automation Association, we try to push within our membership. We have a lot of the discussion going on how to strengthen your competitiveness, yeah, and being quick, being customer-centric, being focused on your customer demands in a changing landscape, and also being smart, yeah, and use what you have, the knowledge, and use the people to bring or to go the extra mile for the customers and to bring it smart to the market. That is something I strongly believe the European machine vision industry will deliver. Yeah. So we have a lot of expertise here. We have great machines, great cameras. We have great expertise. We have really the application know-how here in Europe, and this all together will take the next step for succeeding in the future.
I think these are challenges that especially small companies are often well equipped to handle. All right, so we're a German SME, and small companies always have short paths, quick decision making, and agile development. I think that's the strength we have as a smaller enterprise, and I think we can play to that with rapidly changing demands. We can adapt more quickly, and I think that will just be the key challenge, to be really, really fast. It always has been a challenge, but I notice it becoming more and more important. I think most, if not all, companies that represent the European machine vision industry would say, oh, we've always been customer-centric, and in a way that's true. Germany and Europe has been home of many custom machine builders, so we've always had that for sure. I still think we need to keep improving that and keep getting better at it, and not thinking, oh, we know this, we know how to be customer-centric, and the competitors from Asia, maybe they're just copying everything, right? This is a trend that is still ongoing, where customers expect it to be more and more tailored to them, and expect you to respond very quickly to what their individual challenges are, right? And being part of their solution, not just delivering a component.
Speed is everything here, and our industry typically is not the fastest one. So development cycles, also sales cycles, used to be quite long. I think for the future, as you said, speed is really, really important. And to adapt in your product management, also development team, is key to future success. Because we see, especially with our competition from Asia, mainly China, they're really, really fast. They, of course, have a ton of engineers who work quite a lot, but they try and change, and that's really fast. And we need to learn that and just talk to customers, try new technology, and then if it's if it's not what a customer expects, then pivot. Because in Germany, traditionally, we try to make the perfect product. We develop, and then when we think now it's perfect, then we bring it to the market. And that's for the future, it's too slow. We need to develop something, bring it to the market, get a feedback in, change, and bring it to the market. And then you need to adapt your own engineering team to that way of working, because they're not used to work to that. And we, as in IDS, we invested a lot in changing our organization structure to work with agile development. And for us, it works really well, but it needs a lot of work to adapt your team to that.
Yeah, that's a classic of every, I would say, tech company in the history. You start with a tech team. You developed something great, which was differentiated, and nobody else had it, and you sold it for years. And now customer steps in and is getting more demanding. So you really have to understand customer needs, absorb them, translate them, bring them into product requirement specifications, try to hit the sweet spots, and and the leadership is to make these teams work together, because normally the classical approach is that sales want to have it fast, cheap, and the best tech, and technology want to have the best tech regardless what it costs, and you know the story. And to make really this transition that it is a seamless process, an end-to-end process coming from the customer, understanding the customer and providing the right offering, which is not just a single piece of tech, but it getting more and more complex, and systems are the story which solve problems, not only tech elements. And that is the leadership challenge now, to make this transition.
We are a company, some years ago I've been told by our major bosses, so we are an oil tanker which is steered by dinosaurs, right? We are not that oil tanker anymore, at least we have no dinosaurs anymore, but it's very complicated. So to change a company what was trimmed really to sell standardized products which you can scale in volume, and that is more or less directly leverage for your income, to more sophisticated products which provides more value and more profit but has less volume, right? So that's a big difference in the mindset of many people. It is, yeah. So that's a cultural change what has to happen. From a more generalist company to a more specific working company. So product management has to be thinking in a totally different direction. First of all, the old toolboxes are not working 100% anymore. So it's a big renovation of thinking. Yeah? The sales department, the people who have to sell that needs to act in a totally different way, because they were not employed for doing complex solutions. They are employed to sell boxes at the end, right? So there are many changes and many difficulties which we're facing. In terms of Teledyne, we have a conglomerate structure. So we have a lot of different silos. Everybody is fighting for themselves. We are now at least in the digital imaging portfolio, we're starting to merge groups, hopefully finding some synergies. And yeah, that's an ongoing process. I think that will take another couple of years, and it costs a lot of money, to be honest, right?